It's fair to say that the MCU is the biggest and most successful movie franchise of all time, starting off with Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk back in 2008, which kicked off their Phase 1. No one could have foreseen just how big and integrated the MCU would become. Crossing over multiple movies, as well as many TV series, the MCU is the franchise to beat. It's such a massive money-making franchise that the likes of DC and even Star Wars are struggling to keep up with them, but that won't stop them from trying over the next few years. Let's have a look at 6 actors that almost made it into the MCU. Don't forget to like and comment, and also make sure to press the subscribe button for more awesome videos. 6. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ant-Man. First on our list is a big actor that the MCU chased down for multiple roles. The first time Joseph Gordon-Levitt's name was thrown into the ring was to play Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. However, the actor has gone on record to say that he made a bad decision when he turned down that role, as he opted instead to do the Sin City sequel, which bombed. Next up came Ant-Man, and this time Levitt wasn't going to back down. Being on the short list of 2, along with Paul Rudd, the competition was fierce between the two, and we feel that Rudd got the part because he helped write a script, which is fair enough. Both Paul Rudd and Chris Pratt made their roles their own and excelled, but being as good an actor as Levitt is, he also would have been a great choice for whatever role the MCU would have offered him. 5. Adam Sandler, Rocket Raccoon. Off we go with the casting choice that we are so glad didn't happen, but almost did. When movies, especially superhero movies, want to get their stories on screen, a lot of time they need a big name, or at least an accomplished actor's name, attached in order to draw people in. Not so much with big superheroes like Spider-Man, Superman or Batman. Those characters sell themselves. But when Marvel wanted to push the MCU into new and uncharted waters with the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, the studio bigwigs wanted a big name to get people into the theaters. So for the loudmouthed, rude and aggressive character of Rocket Raccoon, the studios called up Adam Sandler. We know exactly what you're all thinking. Adam Sandler for Rocket Raccoon. That was the reaction from a lot of fans when this piece of casting news was leaked, and they all let their feelings known, which promptly changed the executive's mind, and they cast Bradley Cooper as the voice. 4. Alexander Skarsgård, Thor. When a lot of people heard that Thor was going to be included in the MCU, the first actor that came to mind for a lot of us was Alexander Skarsgård. Like most of other entries in our list, Skarsgård would have actually been a welcome addition to the MCU, and probably would have done the God of Thunder proud. After all, he looks like the Thor, and he has the acting skills to match, plus of course the Scandinavian heritage. He would be ideal. Obviously the part went to Chris Hemsworth, for which we were all very happy with, but the True Blood and Tarzan star came very close to donning the magic hammer, and we are now left wondering what he would have done with the role. It must also be said that Hemsworth wasn't actually the first choice for Thor. Apart from Skarsgård, another frontrunner was Hemsworth's brother, Liam, but director Kenneth Branagh decided none of them were right for the part and called back Chris. 3. Channing Tatum, Captain America. The next entry on our list is quite possibly the most ridiculous and laughable piece of casting news that was so close to happening. Way back in 2010, when the MCU was getting underway, they had already secured actors to play the 2 big hitters with Iron Man and Hulk. But next was a search for the other face of Marvel, Captain America. Originally Chris Evans was asked to audition for the role of the first Avenger, but he was hesitant, probably because of his hit and miss work with Marvel before as Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. So the next person on their list was Channing Tatum. The dancer turned actor may have had a few credible roles under his belt today, but at the time, the thought of Tatum playing Marvel's Golden Boy is, well, laughable. Luckily for us, Robert Downey Jr. had a word with his friend Evans, and he decided to take the part, which apart from Downey Jr. himself, is the best casting choice the MCU has made. 2. Matthew McConaughey, Doctor Strange. Next we come to an actor that has actually been sought out by the MCU for at least 2 roles that we know of anyway. Firstly for the part in the Doctor Strange movie. When the movie was in development, it was reported that Matthew McConaughey was near the top of the MCU wish list for the part of the Sorcerer Supreme, but for reasons unknown, McConaughey turned down the role and it went to excellent Benedict Cumberbatch instead. Then we come to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and the part of Ego the Living Planet. The MCU once again went straight to McConaughey's door, but due to scheduling conflicts with Stephen King's The Dark Tower series, McConaughey had to turn them down again, and the part went to Kurt Russell, which is probably for the best, as Chris Pratt and McConaughey are similar ages, and that probably wouldn't have worked for the story in that movie. 1. Jim Carrey, Loki. Next we come to another actor that has been chased by the MCU for several roles over the years. Just like with a lot of movies over the last 20 years or so that have a slightly quirky or even outright insane character, Jim Carrey's name has been mentioned. Admittedly, the rubber-faced clown isn't as popular as he used to be, but that hasn't stopped Marvel from going after him. The first big role that Carrey was considered for was Loki. Thor's brother and one of the main villains for the MCU definitely needs a man that can hold the audience's attention and also play around with his own insanity, which Carrey can do well. But do you have a feeling that the MCU executives watched Carrey's portrayal of the Riddler and decided against him? Although it would have been an instrumental link for Carrey's career if he had played Loki, since the movie that made him a superstar, The Mask, had him wearing a mask possessed by Loki. The other big part was the voice of Rocket Raccoon. Both him and Adam Sandler battled it out, and luckily they both lost. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, press subscribe button for more awesome videos. And for more information, follow us on Facebook and Instagram.